I'd say one of the best ways to help your investigators is, I mean, as cliche as it sounds, is to pray with your companion about them and what the Lord wants you to do, because it's going to be different for each person. Some people are going to need maybe like a little more like love and encouragement, like it's okay if you're only reading a half a verse today, like that's fine. And some people are going to need you to be like, look, the Lord expects you to like put in the effort to receive this answer. So it's going to be so different the way that you need to approach it for each individual. So I think some of the most powerful times for us about learning how to help our investigators would be when my companion and I would pray together. We would kneel in prayer, and whichever one of us was going to say the prayer, I feel like a lot of times the other one of us was like kind of the listener. So one of us would be like praying and like asking like, Heavenly Father, like help us to know what to do for this person, like, and just explaining our whole situation and just pleading for help with for how to help that person to come to know Heavenly Father more. And the other person, the companion, would just kind of be there in the prayer as well. But I feel like a lot of times, because they're not the one praying or like thinking of like what to say, they can really just listen. And I feel like a lot of times when my companion was praying, ideas would come to my mind, or when I was praying, my companions would have ideas come to their mind. And it was cool that after the prayer, we'd kind of sit there in silence for a bit and just think. And then we'd say like, how are you feeling? Like, what are you thinking about? And we'd just discuss the ideas. And I think as we petition the Lord for specific help for specific people, He'll give us specific ideas and specific things to do. And then as far as that, just even like when you're in a lesson, just feel confident enough. Like if you're doing the best you can and you're asking for help from Heavenly Father, feel confident enough that the ideas that come to your mind in a lesson, if you feel the Spirit about it, if you feel good about it, say it. Because sometimes you're going to feel like you need to say something and you're like, oh, maybe that's not what we had planned in the lesson, or maybe I don't know, I've never done this before. Just say it. If the Lord's putting those ideas into your mind, it's for the investigators. And so just being like just honest with them and just really trying to understand them too. I think that's one of the things, is ask them a lot of questions. If an investigator is struggling, ask them like, what would you say is maybe the hardest thing that's keeping you from reading the Book of Mormon? Or like, how do you feel about this? And just really get to understand them and to know them. Because as you do, one, your love for them will increase, and two, you'll be able to truly understand the situation better. And as you do, that will help you to know how to help them and help you to receive that guidance from Heavenly Father, how to help them specifically.